You curious about health? Hell, wanna learn without the stress? Hell, welcome to Cut to Clinic.
Okay, so let's talk about prebiotics and probiotics. You see these words literally everywhere, right? On yogurt cups, fancy supplement bottles, all over the place. And they promise all this amazing stuff. Better digestion, a stronger immune system. But what's the real story? Let's get into it.
Because that's the big question, isn't it? We see them, we hear about them, but what are they actually doing inside of us? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on this incredible, hidden world that's living inside your gut. So to really get prebiotics and probiotics, we have to start with a place they call home, your microbiome. And trust me, this is a complex, living world that scientists are, just now beginning to truly understand. Just take a second and picture that. A bustling, super diverse ecosystem. It's filled with trillions of microorganisms. We're talking bacteria, fungi, viruses, all living together. And this isn't just some passive passenger along for the ride. It's practically a whole other organ that influences everything from how you digest your food to even your mood. And if you want to talk about scale, get this. For the longest time, the thinking was that we had 10 times more bacterial cells than human cells. Now, the latest science says it's probably closer to 1-to-1, but that's still mind-blowing. The point is, you are just as much microbe as you are human. So, yeah, keeping this internal rainforest in balance, absolutely critical. So, what happens when that delicate balance gets thrown off? Well, that's when you might need to call in for some backup. And that's where we meet the first part of our dynamic duo, the probiotics. Think of probiotics as the reinforcements. Seriously, they're the good guys, the friendly bacteria that show up on the scene to help bring back some harmony to your gut's ecosystem. These are living organisms, ready to get to work. And the cool thing is, you can find these reinforcements in some pretty normal foods. Fermented stuff like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, they are packed with them. And of course, you can also get them all concentrated in supplement form. Okay, but this brings us to a huge puzzle. A lot of people take probiotics, they're hoping for some big change, and they feel nothing. So if these are the good guys, why don't they always win the battle? Well, it turns out they're often sent in without a crucial piece of equipment. And the answer to that puzzle lies with that other word you've probably seen on the label, prebiotics. This is the part of the story that's so often overlooked, but it is absolutely essential. It's actually super simple when you think about it. Probiotics are alive, right? And like every living thing, they've got to eat. That's what prebiotics are. They are specific types of fiber that your body can't digest, but your friendly gut bacteria, they love to feast on this stuff. It's their fuel. And here's the best part. This prebiotic fuel is found in totally normal, everyday foods. Things like garlic, onions, asparagus, even slightly underripe bananas and oats. They're all fantastic sources. You're probably already eating some without even realizing what you're doing for your gut. And this right here, this is the perfect way to think about it. If probiotics are the seeds you plant in the garden of your gut, then prebiotics are the rich, fertile soil that helps those seeds actually sprout and grow. You just can't have a healthy, thriving garden with only seeds or only soil. You absolutely need both. It's that simple. Okay, now that we've got that core idea down, seeds and soil, let's do a quick rapid-fire round and bust some of the biggest myths that are always floating around out there. You see this on supplement bottles all the time, right? Billions and billions of CFUs, which stands for colony-forming units. And the thinking goes, well, a bigger number has to be better. But nope, that's just not the whole story. It's not about the quantity of soldiers you send into battle. It's about sending the right soldiers for the job. The specific strain of the bacteria, and crucially, its ability to survive that harsh journey through your stomach, that is way more important than just a giant number on the bottle. Here is another one I hear a lot. People think that once you take a probiotic, it just moves in, sets up shop, and becomes a permanent resident in your gut. The reality? Most probiotics are just passing through. They're tourists. If they don't have a steady supply of that prebiotic food waiting for them, there's no reason for them to stick around and multiply. They'll just be gone in a few days. That soil has to be welcoming, remember? So, with all that in mind, how do we actually put this into action? Well, it's really less about buying a specific pill and more about building a lifestyle that supports that entire hidden rainforest inside of you. Here are the fundamentals, really.
First, focus on eating a wide variety of plant-based, prebiotic-rich foods. Then, maybe add in some naturally fermented foods for the probiotics. But don't forget all the other stuff, managing your stress, getting good sleep, moving your body, and just staying hydrated. These are all huge pieces of the puzzle for creating that healthy, fertile soil for your microbiome to really flourish.
And of course, just a quick but really important reminder, everything we're talking about here is for educational purposes. Everybody's body is different, so when it comes to your personal health, the best thing you can do is talk to a qualified health professional who knows you. So let's end on this thought. The health of this huge, inner universe, it's not random. It responds directly to the choices we make every single day, what we eat, how we live, how we rest. The power to help that universe thrive is in a very real way in our hands. So, what choice are you going to make for your universe today?
Click subscribe, come take a peek. It's smart, it's fun, it's Cartoon Clinic.